Okay, so let me start off by stating, uh, making the disclaimer that this is on the beta build of the game, so it has the latest hotfix that fixes the Harlem Shake for the big ships. And as you can see, this is my Star Trek inspired build that has a saucer section out front, engineering section in back, and the balloons are made to look like nacelles on a Star Trek ship. And in my previous videos, I was only getting 25, 30 frames per second. But in this one, I can get 70, 77, depending on where I'm looking, I can get upwards to 100. So it all depends on what I'm rendering, on what my frames are. So I can get up to 100. I've seen it peak to 100. Where before, this ship was getting 25 to 35 at most once the ship was built. That leads me to believe that the collision stuff that they fixed also had is what's causing the performance issues with the game. Because there is still performance issues with the game. Like if I go inside my ship and take off, aka now the ship is like in flight mode. See, now I go down to 30, 29, 30, 27, 30. I'm in flight mode, so there's probably some kind of physics collision thing going on with the ship when you take off. But the main thing is no shakes. Even when I drop below 30, see I'm at 27, 26, before I would have been shaking. I am no longer shaking at all, even when I drop it down. I still get some drops, but at least because those collisions are gone, those collisions are fixed, the shake is gone. I understand there is still some like related collision slash shake thing going on they're looking into, but at least the main Harlem Shake seems to be fixed. So if I go over here, and yes, I do have my cheating program turned on, so collisions and stuff is not a problem for my ship. Alright, landed, docked, and I should go back up. I should go back, start going back up in the frames. If I landed properly. There we go. So now I landed, and there we go. 60, 60, 65, 50. Yeah. So there's some kind of, I believe the collisions that they fixed is what's causing the performance issues. Because now my performance is a lot better. Alright, now on to the point of this video. So, I think it was the Lindsay. I'm sorry if I am butchering the pronunciation of your name, but he's on the Discord. He discovered that you can put window floors above a cockpit. Well, that is because a cockpit is considered a room. Here, let me go get the tool. So, a cockpit is considered a room. So, anything that can be attached to a room can be attached to a cockpit. And I discovered that same thing goes for window corners, because window corners are considered rooms. You can put a floor under them, or you can even put walls on the outside edges if you wanted. I mean, I'm not really sure why somebody would want to put walls on the outside of the window corner, but you can. So you can put a ceiling and you can put a floor below it, even if there isn't an actual physical floor below. So here, as we can see with my warp core room, I have a floor underneath. I have a ceiling above. And if you notice, there's no reinforcement beam there. So that means there's no additional floor below. This area of the ship is 2 floors high. Just that area. If I go above, oops, not. So if I go all the way back up, now I'm above the warp core and I am outside. And again, look, no reinforcement beam going across like there is there. That's because there's no room there. It's completely outside, all the way through, straight down, even though there's floors here. So, as such, and because there's no reinforcement beams, I can fit 6 turbines in a 2-floor space. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me rephrase that. They have to be. You can't have 6 of the blue ones. You can have 6 if you do 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 yellow, or some combination like that. You, the yellows can fit 6, but the blues are just a little bit too big. That if you do 6 blues, you can't fit them. So if you do like I do and you alternate them like this, you can do 6. You can't do that if you have a 4-floor high ship, and because there'd be a beam here, and that beam would block some of the space in here. Now, if you want up to the engines inside the room with the warp core, you need to have 2 rooms by 6 rooms space. So in my case, I have 2 by 3. So I have 6 squares here and 6 squares for the second floor. And that makes enough room for the turbines and the 4 engines. If you just want the turbines, you can do 2 by 2 instead of 2 by 3. But then you can't fit any engines in here with it. I mean, you can also do a 1-floor high and only have 3 turbines if you wanted, but I think it looks better being 2 stories high because the warp core in Star Trek was pretty big. But okay, let me go ahead over to my other save file and show you what that one looks like. I'm going to go ahead and quit and exit. And then play, and here's my other save file. This thing takes a little long to load. Alright, so on this one, this ship is 4 rooms high. So you can see there is a room below, a glass lookout room. There's a room above. So this warp core is actually between 2 other floors. So I do have the beam here going all the way around. And because that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the turbines. On the ship I could do 6 because there's no beam going across. No beam at the top either. So this one, I mean, this ship is a lot bigger. I got like a whole balcony terrace thing going on around it, and like this mock elevator room in the back, which is really just ladders. There's another sky terrace above. How we do that is we do that by building window corners or cockpits. I mean, the window corners work better because the window corners you can put the floors above and below, not just above. But the reason why is rooms. This section is all considered rooms. So even though the cockpits and the viewing room are designed different than the cubes, they are treated like the cubes. So you can put 4 walls, a ceiling, and a floor, even though they're not a cube. So I can put 1 here. And then I can put a floor. Floor, sorry. And I can do a ceiling. And I can even do walls if I wanted to. Not sure why you'd want to do a wall, but you can. And of course you can do, of course I can't be standing on it, metal, metal. So there we have a glass corner and a metal cube. So now if I delete the metal cube, the glass wall, the metal cube still exists because it's only deleting the glass room. It's not deleting the entire cube like it would a normal room. It doesn't know it's supposed to be deleting that stuff. So that stuff sticks around. So you can actually make full square rooms like this if you wanted to. So let's say I wanted to make this a full square room. Let's go ahead and get my glass corners back. Oh, that one is. Have batteries dead, alright. So metal floors, metal ceilings, metal walls, now I can delete that, and I can delete that, and I can now put a metal wall there, and let's just put a door here, or actually let's put a window wall here, window wall, so you can see in. Now this should still be considered an outside room, so let me get a outside object like a extractor. That prints pretty quickly.
Printing completed.
So this is an outside object that cannot be placed inside. But that's technically outside, alright? So let's see what happens. There we go. Outside object inside with nothing around it. I can now I have too much stuff in my inventory again. Throw all that away. Alright, so if I was to get rid of that, get rid of that, and let's get rid of all that. Actually, let's do something else. I'm gonna do some. Come on. Let's get rid of these walls, alright? Let's test something. So now I'm gonna do metal floors here. And then I'm going to do a metal wall there, and a metal wall there, and metal ceilings. Yeah, of course my tool died. And now I gotta go all the way around because I deleted. Oh. Okay, so let's do. Okay, those are not there. Alright, so let's do a door and then a wall, and then I'm gonna delete that room, and I'm gonna delete that room. Now I'm gonna delete these two inner rooms, and of course I have too much stuff in my inventory again. Okay, delete that, and delete that. Can I might be able to not. Yeah, because I did that, alright. So, let's, damn it. Alright, good. So put another one here. And then put a glass. There we go. So now I should be able to delete that. And delete that. And then I should be able to put another glass here. That's funny. So I can actually go across like this. That's funny. Anyway, so now I can also do floors, metal floor, metal ceiling, metal ceiling, block by player, there we go, alright. And then I can do metal wall. Actually, let's do glass wall and glass wall. And then let's also pick you up. And we're gonna do that there real quick. That way I can change that wall. There we go. Delete you. And now delete you. And inventory space again, of course. And delete you. Oh, damn it. Where did that ceiling go? So I put that in. Anyway, you get the point here. I now have a room that is fully outside. It is not a room, but it is a room. And I can put anything in there I want. Like that. Because this is not a room. There is no frame around it. It is completely inside. I mean, outside, sorry. See? Why is that one's bugged, I guess. Whatever. If I relog, that should get fixed, but still. We are outside. So, I can put that down. Even though I'm inside. Okay, so that's how that works.